Ready? Sounds rolling?
Sounds rolling.
You're good? Cooper?
Yeah.
You're good, Stefan?
I'm rolling.
Okay, Scarlett, do it. What's the matter? Hey. Hey. So, about a year ago, I was at the Sundance Film Festival with a short film I'd made called Bob Dylan Hates Me. And while I was there, I saw this film programmer named Jake Perlin, who had hurt my feelings a few years earlier. And whenever I would see him, I was like still holding a grudge. And I don't believe in holding grudges, so I was like, I should try to make peace. So I went up to him. Hey.
Oh, hey.
I don't know if you remember me. My name is Caveh.
Yeah, no, I know who you are.
Okay. I just wanted to say that the last time I saw you, you kind of hurt my feelings.
Oh.
And
Sorry, what did I say?
I said, hi, my name's Caveh Zahedi.
Oh, hi.
I'm a filmmaker. Hi.
How's it going?
I was wondering, would you guys be interested in maybe like programming a retrospective of my films?
You know, we pretty much do the programming ourselves. Like, we would approach you if we wanted to do it. So, probably not.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Okay, sure. No problem.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Bye. So anyway, I didn't know if you'd seen any of my films or not, but the fact that you didn't seem like even curious about them made me feel like you must assume I wasn't a very good filmmaker. And the fact that I was even asking you for a retrospective meant, you know, I probably wasn't, because why would I have to ask you for a retrospective if I was? So I just felt humiliated.
Oh, shit. Well, I didn't mean to be rude. I try not to be
You weren't rude. No, you weren't. My feelings were just hurt.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I appreciate you telling me.
Oh, thank you for saying that. So he was super nice, and we started talking.
So what are you working on these days?
I'm mostly working on this TV show for BRIC called The Show About the Show.
Is it done? Is there
Ish.
something I can see?
Yeah.
Okay, send it.
So I sent him a link. And then I saw him a few days later.
So I'm opening this new theater. It's called the Metrograph. And I thought it'd be a great idea to show the whole first season together. Would you be into that?
I mean, I was into it. I just had to check with Aziz.
I mean, that would be great. I mean, then maybe we could get a New York Times review. And if that review is good, then maybe we could sell the show to a bigger network.
So Aziz hired Matt Grady, who had played the paraplegic in episode 2, to promote the theatrical run and to try to get the New York Times to review it. So Matt schedules a press screening, and the New York Times says they'll send someone to review it. Can I come to the press screening?
No.
How come?
It's just not the way we do things.
So I sent Peter instead to gauge the reaction of the critics. But not a single critic showed up. So I called Matt Grady.
The good news is the New York Times is still going to review the film. The bad news is who's reviewing it.
So the guy they assigned to us to review it in the New York Times was a guy named Glenn Kenny. And I don't really know the guy. I looked him up. I didn't like his face that much. I mean, he looks fine. He just didn't look that nice. And then I saw that he had tweeted something about me a few months earlier. Caveh Zahedi's piece on David Bowie was for me a potent reminder of why I have absolutely no use for Caveh Zahedi. So thanks, I guess. So when David Bowie died, I wrote a piece about him for Talkhouse Film, in which I discussed having a vision of God while on ayahuasca, and that God had appeared to me as David Bowie. Anyway, when I saw that tweet by Glenn Kenny, I realized that our New York Times review had been assigned to someone who had gone out of his way to trash me in public. So clearly we were not going to get like a good review. But the review came out, and it was not an entirely negative review. On the one hand, he said that the show was undeniably fascinating. First of all, it's not undeniably fascinating. Like, it might be fascinating to some people, but it's not fascinating to everybody. I mean, there are plenty of people who would not call this show fascinating.
I didn't find it fascinating at all. I thought it was pedantic and self-indulgent.
But then he also said that I was sinister and that my evident disingenuousness masks something even worse. And I'm like, disingenuousness? That means dishonest, right? Like I'm evidently dishonest? I don't know. I think I'm pretty honest. I think I'm probably a lot more honest than you are, Glenn Kenny. And I don't mind you saying he seems to me to be disingenuous. You know, you can think I'm disingenuous, but to say that I'm evidently disingenuous is just stupid. How is it evident? It's not evident to everybody. I mean, some people don't think I'm disingenuous.
He's always been honest on that show he's got on cable.
So anyway, the New York Times review was not going to help us sell the show to a bigger network. And Slut Machine never got back to me about meeting to discuss other TV show ideas. But she did say,
I'd really like to come to the Metrograph screening.
but I was worried that no one would show up to the screening. So I decided to throw an after party, the idea being that people would rather go to a party than to a screening, but they would go to the screening if it was right before the party.
Calling it a party implies free drinks. How are you going to pay for that?
No, it doesn't. You can have a party without drinks.
No, you can't.
Well, what if I bring pot and then it'll be a pot party?
That's a totally different thing. We're talking about it like a drinks party. I don't know what you're talking about. Pot party. It's a public place. All I'm saying is that everybody will expect free drinks if you call it a party.
So I asked Aziz if he would pay for drinks, and he said,
No.
so I decided to just call it a party anyway, and I invited Slut Machine. And then one night, Mandy told me,
I have this really important PTA auction that I have to go to. Do you mind watching the kids?
What's so important about it?
I'm networking, and it's important.
Okay.
so the night of the PTA auction, Mandy tells me she'll be home by 10 to put the kids to bed. And she's still at home by 11. Hey, Mandy, where are you? Scarlett misses you. Say hi to Mommy.
Hi.
So I start getting suspicious. And I was like, why isn't she answering my question? She's obviously with that guy. So she finally gets home, and she's like,
Yeah, he was there.
and she was kind of downplaying it, like it was just like random, but really, she later confessed that she wanted to go really badly because she knew he would be there. And this has been going on a bit. She keeps texting him and sort of seeing him and talking to him, and doesn't tell me she's doing it. And, you know, the trust is just eroding. But she can't help herself. She's just afraid that if she tells me I want to see this guy, I'll somehow stop her. Like the truth will prevent her fantasy from happening. I understand that. That's why people lie. But it doesn't feel good. But so that had just happened, and I got this email from Ashley, and it was this video she had made.
Hi, everybody. Does anyone have any questions for Caveh?
And it was a weird video.
Am I bad because I think I'm bad, or am I good because I think I'm bad?
And I wasn't sure what to think of it. Like, it seemed kind of like maybe she was interested.
When you thought about having sex with me, was it good or was it bad? Because when I thought about it, I didn't go through with it.
And you know, I invited her to a test screening of episode 7, and Mandy was there.
Oh, hey, Mandy.
Oh, hey. Oh, you can't sit here.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
And you know, she went and sat somewhere else. And I said,
Nobody was sitting here.
and I was just like, oh man, okay, and I gotta like either piss off Mandy or be mean to Ashley. So I guess I chose to not piss off Mandy, but I felt bad for Ashley. And I don't know if that's why she sent this video or not, or had anything to do with it. But she also saw episode 7, which kind of shows how screwed up things are with me and Mandy right now. So I think she probably felt like, okay, maybe he's available.
Do you want to go dancing?
And I am available-ish, but I'm not available yet.
Would it be more weird if I came to the after party or didn't come?
So I was like, I've got to show this to Mandy.
Caveh Zahedi is an awakened being who has shattered the bonds of ego.
She is totally coming on to you.
You think?
Yes. I don't like her.
Well, she's totally nice.
No, she is trying to steal you.
Well, you're flirting with other people.
Would you have sex with her?
Yeah, I'd have sex with her. Of course I'd have sex with her.
Well, I don't want you to have sex with her.
I mean, I wouldn't do it behind your back. I just mean, in theory, I'd have sex with her.
Well, you can have sex with Eleanor, but you can't have sex with Ashley.
Really?
Yeah, I like Eleanor.
But so anyway, the night before the premiere, Mandy comes home and tells me,
Can I talk to you for a minute?
I'm like, oh, okay, what is it now? Probably in trouble. And then she starts crying. And I was going, what's going on? She said that she had sent a link to the show to the guy that she's got the crush on. And the guy was really upset. And they talked, and he basically accused her of like coming on to him just for the show, to get something good for the show, which is absurd. But he basically said, I don't want to have anything more to do with you. And Mandy was really upset and devastated. And she was crying, and she was basically crying on my shoulder about the guy that she's got the crush on who's like mad at her now because of my show. And I had all these mixed feelings. Like on the one hand, like, God, you've been doing this stuff behind my back. Like, how can I trust you? And then also like, oh, at least she's like talking to me. And the show has somehow like sabotaged their relationship, so that's good. So anyway, a few days before the premiere, I ran into Dustin at a party, and he seemed like he was mad at me about something.
Yeah, no, you hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry. How come?
How come?
So when I was at Sundance a few months ago, I was shooting a show about Sundance, and Dustin was there because he had a film, and he was really busy. And I kept saying, Dustin, please, could you please act while you're here doing your thing? And he was kind of like, didn't want to do it, but he agreed to it because he's nice. But I couldn't reach him, and he wasn't always getting back to me right away, so I kind of like said this thing that I kind of regret. It just really seems like it's just about ego, you know, like it's not about one's higher nature. So I wasn't fair, and I regretted it, but I left it in there.
On the thing, you said that it was that the reason I was having a problem shooting was because of my ego, and then you said something like, oh man, when people have movies at Sundance, they get these big egos, and it had really nothing to do with my ego.
You're right. I'm sorry. I feel bad. Is there anything I can do to make it up to you?
I mean, no, it's fine, Caveh. It's cool.
And then right before the screening, he texted me. And I didn't have one. I didn't know he was coming or wanted to come. And I was like, oh man, I think I might have hurt his feelings. And Mandy said, yeah, I think you hurt his feelings, like twice. So I tried to get him a ticket, and I got him a ticket, and he came. And also, Slum Machine came with one of her colleagues from Viceland, and the actress playing Slum Machine also came.
Hey, it's so nice to meet you in person. Yeah, it's really nice to meet you too. I hope I did an okay job playing you. Oh yeah, you were great. I'm just so glad you're thin. I was really worried you were gonna be fat.
But the screening was great. People were laughing, and it was a really good vibe. And then there was a Q&A.
Have you ever been punched in public? Because I have, and I'm just curious.
And then at the party afterwards, I really wanted to talk to Slum Machine. But all these people kept coming up to me, and I kept losing sight of her. And also, Aziz was there, and he met Dustin for the first time.
Dustin, it's Aziz. Oh, hey, man, nice to meet you. Yeah, nice to meet you too.
And also, one of the guys in the show who was mad at me because of the thing he had said about somebody else, he was there. Well, he was in the theater, not there for my screening. He was just there. And he's been hostile to me ever since I put this thing in the show.
If you're ever looking for a woman to do a sex scene in one of your movies, I know a woman, she's up for anything.
And we used to be friends. It was like, it's crazy to me, but he doesn't want to talk to me anymore. And that hurts. And him and Dustin were talking because they're friends, and I was feeling kind of like left out, like I was the kid on the playground nobody wants to play with. And Dustin came over to me, and he smiled at me, gave me a big hug, and I think he was saying, don't feel bad, I forgive you. And so I felt really grateful. But Dustin wants to quit. He wants to quit the show. He said,
I'm quitting the show. This is my last time. I'm gonna do it.
And I was like, how come?
I don't get anything from it. There's nothing inside, I'm playing a character, and there's nothing, I mean, like, what am I doing? I'm just saying lines. I'm like a robot.
And I don't know how much of it was because he was mad at me and how much of it was because he just doesn't want to act anymore, but probably related. And he's so good in the show, like without him the show would be so much less than it is.
Sorry.
And also, he's moving to Vienna to be with his girlfriend. His German girlfriend is moving to Vienna. And then Jason, the camera person, said, I want to quit the show. Because it doesn't pay very well, and he wants to work on his own films, which he should. I mean, he's a really good filmmaker, he should work on his own films, but what am I gonna do? He's the only DP I really trust. Then Mandy says,
Can I do it?
because she wants to learn about photography. But Jason wasn't available, so I said, okay, you can shoot the Q&A tomorrow night. And she did a terrible job. It was totally crappy. Hello? But somebody asked me,
how are you and Mandy doing?
And Mandy was shooting it. So I asked her, can I tell them about today?
Oh my God, just do it.
So I told them, and then she was mad at me because I told them. Mandy sent a link to the guy because she was like, you should know that, Caveh's talking about you in this new episode. And afterwards, Mandy was like,
I can't believe you said that in front of everybody.
but you said it was okay.
I said that under pressure. You put me on the spot. It wasn't a real question.
Yes, it was. You could have said no.
No, I couldn't. I felt bad saying no in front of all those people. And you should have known that my yes meant no.
And then Peter kind of wants to quit too because he's been like riding his bicycle from the Upper West Side to Brooklyn all the time to work on the show, and I think he's just kind of burned out. And so Dustin wants to quit, Jason wants to quit, Peter wants to quit, and Mandy wants to quit our relationship. And then during the party afterwards, she went to the bathroom and called the guy that she's got the crush on, and they talked for like an hour. And you know, she is mad at me because she feels like I screwed up that relationship. But then I have this other friend, Jamie, who was in episode 2.
If you're working with censors, make sure you give them something to censor.
He came to the screening. How's it going?
Good, good, good. You my friend Jose.
Hey, nice to meet you.
How are you? Nice to meet you. Where Mandy? Is she around?
And Mandy and him went to some galleries together because she's into art and he's into art. And I mean, I'm into art too, but I'm busy making the show. And while they were there, he said to her,
Okay, so you want to have sex with other people?
Mm-hmm.
Because I would have sex with you.
You would?
I would, yeah, I totally would. But I feel like I don't want to do it behind Caveh's back. But I had an idea. What if we have sex and you tell him he can put it in the show, right? And then he gets something good for the show, and we get what we want, and he gets something he wants, and everybody's happy.
So she tells me this, and then she says,
Don't you think that's a really interesting idea?
Kind of, but do you really want to do that? Are you attracted to Jamie?
And she like changed the subject. So I asked her again, and she changed the subject again. So I asked her again, and then she finally was like,
I mean, I'm interested in Jamie and others, like, you know.
I know, you're attracted to everyone except me, basically.
Yeah.
which I understand, I guess. And part of me is like sympathetic, and I'm like, well, maybe she needs that, you know? Like maybe it's just, I don't own her, you know? But it also seems like it would probably end our relationship, wouldn't it? I mean, I think it would. I mean, I don't know that I can do that. And then I'm also like, it would be interesting in the show, wouldn't it?
Just fuck her, Jamie.
But it's so weird. Like, what a weird thing to do. Like, to agree to that for the show. I like the legs up. I like the legs up. I like the legs up. That's good. So I don't know what I think about any of this. I just know that she wants to. I don't really want her to, but I'm thinking about it.
I wanted like more intense, like at the moment of orgasm kind of stuff.
Ashley seems like she wants to.
You're so cool. I think you're so fucking cool. You are so cool.
But so anyway, during the party, I ran into Eleanor, and I told her about a conversation I'd had the night before. So Ralph, the guy who plays like the hate mail guy.
I just want you to know that I fucking hate you.
You know, he helps me edit, and he came over last night to help me edit. And we're trying to do this one shot. Then I'm thinking of all these women I'm attracted to that I could start maybe dating.
Why don't you just put in a shot of Eleanor?
I don't really think of her that way anymore. You know, like I'm attracted to her in a way, but I wouldn't think of her like I'm not. I shut that door.
Well, who are you attracted to now?
I would probably ask Ashley out.
Don't go out with Ashley.
Why not?
Try and fix things with Mandy.
I have been. She doesn't want to be together anymore.
Well, maybe you should stop making this television show and work on your relationship.
It's a good show.
And then finally I see Slum Machine and the Viceland guy buying drinks. So I go over to them.
Caveh!
Hey.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
It was so funny.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So you guys okay with how I portrayed you in the show?
I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah?
She was cute.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you think Viceland will be okay with it?
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And we're talking, and there's something about her voice that I find very touching, and I'm definitely attracted to her, but I can't tell if she's attracted to me or not.
We should actually get together and have lunch and talk about some other show ideas that you had.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, really. We'll call you.
Okay, cool.
All right, great. Well, enjoy.
And then after the party, I'm standing outside the theater with Jake and Mandy, and Ashley comes out. And she's like,
Hey, Caveh.
oh, hey.
Hey.
How you doing?
Hi, I'm good.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, I mean, it was really great. I'm really awkward, and I could do this stare thing all night.
Yeah,
but,
me too. Stare.
Yeah, same. But I'm just gonna go. So.
Okay.
But it was great seeing you.
You too.
Yeah. So see you around.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
But it was like kind of romantic-ish looking, seeming, or sad. It was sad.
You should have known that my yes meant
I don't want to
no.
say that. That's retarded.
Mandy, that's what you said.
You should have known that my yes meant no. No, that's like stupid.
That's the whole point of the scene.
I know, but what if
I would feel bad saying no in front of all those people. This is the key thing.
I know it's the key thing, but is there a
You
way to
should
get
know.
that
No.
across without that stupid fucking line?
No, the stupid fucking line is the point of the scene.
I know, but it's just.
It's just what, it's what you said, Mandy.
It's not.
It is what you said.
It's what you think I said.
Whatever it is, it's what the scene is. Okay, you ready? Okay.
Like I feel
Let's
hurt
do it.
right now.
Let's
like
do it. That's the right energy for the scene.
okay, but stop hurting me.
Okay, let's just do it. I
In
feel
real
hurt too,
life.
Mandy.
Yeah, but Caveh.
Mandy, let's do the scene. We have a little moment of quiet. They're being quiet.
I can't believe you said that in front of everybody.
One more time.
I can't believe you told everybody.
You said it was okay.
I.
Can't act.
Oh my God! Stop being
Do
an
the
asshole.
fucking scene, Mandy. I told you
Yeah,
just
but
to
your
learn the fucking
emotional
lines.
pressure is like a problem
It's upsetting when you keep doing this thing every fucking time we shoot.
What?
Refusing to do the lines.
Okay.
You said you weren't going to do this anymore.
No.
That was our deal. Our deal was you were going to say the lines, and if you wanted a different version, we would do that, and we could make that part of the next fucking episode. We're not supposed to do this every fucking time.